While time has marched on and priorities have changed, it's nice to know America still builds rockets.
With the help of better technology, the C6 Corvette is technically everything the very successful C5 Vet was, and more. This is the story of the C6 Corvette. In 2005, Chevrolet introduced the C6 Corvette. It could be bought as either a coupe or a convertible. Even though the C5 Corvette is a great sports car, the C6 took things to the next level by adding push-button start, satellite navigation, electric door releases, and much cooler interiors than the previous generation of Corvettes. If there was one thing that purists didn't like about the new Corvette, it was the exposed headlights, which broke a 40-year-old rule. But the better aerodynamics and performance soon calmed everyone down. The C6 was a change from the C5, which was a revolution. The 2005 base C6 had an LS2 6.0-liter V8 with 400 horsepower, a 4-speed auto transmission or 6-speed manual transmission. MSRP was about $43,000.
When you and the car are one, it's a feeling like no other. The sound of the car completes the experience.
For the 2006 model year, there were two new colors, yellow and metallic red. There was also a 6-speed automatic transmission with paddle shifters and an XM satellite radio with a Bose stereo system. This year, the Z06 came back with a 7.0-liter LS7 V8 engine that put out a whopping 505 horsepower and 470 foot-pounds of torque. It was one of the most anticipated releases of the year. At the time, this was the most powerful production Corvette on the block. There were 34,021 cars made, and 6,272 of them were Z06 Vettes. The 2000 C6 Z06 had an LS7 7.0-liter V8 with 505 horsepower, a 6-speed manual transmission with an MSRP of $65,000. For 2007, there were special editions for the Corvette. For the regular Corvette, the changes were small and limited to installing radio controls on the steering wheel so that the driver could easily change the volume and move through the radio presets. There were also two Corvettes that were made in small numbers. The first was the Ron Fellows ALMS GT1 Z06. The second special edition was the Indy Pace Car replica Corvette, of which only 500 were made in a cool atomic orange color. Chevy made 40,561 Corvettes for the 2007 model year, which was a good year for Chevy. The base 2007 C6 had a 6.0 LS2 V8 with 400 horsepower, manual or new paddle shift automatic, and had an MSRP of $44,995.
We believe that passion leads to extraordinary things.
The introduction of the LS3 engine in all base C6 models in 2008 was by far the most significant change that year. There was now a monstrous 6.2-liter V8 under the hood, capable of generating 430 horsepower and 424 foot-pound of torque. Those who want one of these models should remember that 500 of them went to Hertz Car Rental. The 2008 base C6 had a new LS3 engine with a 6.2-liter V8 and 430 horsepower, new auxiliary input not included on models with navigation, new key fob, and an MSRP of $46,000. The big news in 2009 was the late introduction of the Corvette ZR1, which boasts a supercharged 6.2-liter V8, producing 638 horsepower. It's the most powerful and expensive road-going Corvette ever. The rest of the Corvette lineup heads into 2009 with just minor changes. the most significant of which is the availability of Bluetooth phone connectivity. In 2009, Chevrolet introduced the Corvette GT1 Championship Edition. It was made to celebrate the car's entry into the GT1 class at the American Le Mans.
They call her Corvette, and she belongs to the highway just for the sheer and simple joy of driving.
The 2010 Chevrolet Corvette receives launch control on all manual transmission models. A Grand Sport variant that effectively replaces the old Z51 performance package, a cashmere interior color option for the Z06, and standard side airbags. With only 12,194 units sold in 2010, it was another bad year for the Corvette when it came to sales. The base model and the convertible model really didn't change much, but another feature did come back from the past. This was the Grand Sport model. It had not been seen since 1996 and made its comeback for the 2010, replacing the Z51. It carried the same 6.3-liter LS3 but with the Z51 suspension package to tackle its wide body appearance. Chevy unfortunately only made 1,003 Grand Sport units.
The 2011 Corvette, only from Chevrolet.
For 2011, the Chevrolet Corvette Z06 is now available with a new Ultimate Performance package, the Z07. It incorporates the Corvette ZR1's adaptive suspension and wheel and tire fitment. A carbon fiber package is also new for the Z06 that adds the lightweight bodywork pieces of the ZR1. Other notable changes this year include upgraded tires for the Z06, option package for the Corvette Grand Sport that combines Z06 tires with the ZR1's magnetic ride control suspension. Chevrolet made 13,956 Corvettes and sales went up a little bit.
Usually when a car maker turns one of its models into a race car, they have to add power. But when Chevrolet wanted to race the 638 horsepower Corvette ZR1, against Porsche, Ferrari, and BMW, we were asked to dial it back. Oh, about 168 horsepower.
For 2012, the Chevrolet Corvette gets a welcome new seat design with larger side bolsters, along with a new steering wheel and extra padding in the armrests. A new 9-speaker Bose sound system is added to the available features list. Celebrating 100 years of racing, the Centennial Edition Corvette stole the show. The 100 on the hood and the carbon metallic finish with special graphics made this a very special edition. 2013 was the 60th anniversary of the Chevrolet Corvette, and also the last year for the C6. As many have stated in the past, the king is dead, long live the king. And the C6 was put to rest. The 427 Convertible Edition took the base model of the Corvette and combined it with the performance of the Z06 and ZR1. It had 500 horsepower and came only with a manual transmission. Highly anticipating the C7 in 2014, buyers weren't really buying the 2013 model. So Chevrolet only sold 13,466 2013 Corvettes. And so it was a 9-year run. The C6 Corvette came to an end on February 28th of 2013 with a white 427 convertible. Hey, that about wraps it up on the C6 Corvette. Hey, which was your favorite generation and why? We want to know. Leave us your comments below. You know, I currently own 2 Corvettes, a C4, which is a 93, and my latest, the C6, which is a 2013. You know, I really didn't intend on owning 2 Corvettes, but let's just say I really didn't know better when I bought the 93, and it was a bad buy. So far, I have been very pleased on that C6. Hey, as always, thanks to all of our subscribers. Hey, we are looking for 50,000 new subscribers by the end of the month. Can you help us meet that goal? Hey, like, subscribe, and hit that bell for future notifications. This is Michael J. with the Boker Brothers. Thanks for watching. That's good. Take one of those. That is a wrap. And I hope I was recording. Because if I wasn't, I am screwed, man. Woohoo! Thank you, Lord.